Hi, Team Judging here. I actually took my deck to my locals. I have a new deck to show you guys. It's my shaddoll deck. I ended up taking it there, and I ended up going 4-1 out of all my games. My only loss was to Geargia. My first round was Mermails. I beat him 2-0. Second round was Blackwings 2-0. Third round was TG. It was like a TG hands or like an anti-meta deck, and it was pretty good actually. But I ended up 2-0ing him also. And then the fourth duel I ended up facing a geargia. It wasn't that bad. I ended up, it was it was basically just geargias, and he ended up we ended up going into game 3 time. Actually, all my games went into time, but we ended up going to game 3 time, and he ended up getting it. And then the fifth game I ended up playing was another Mermail player, and I ended up beating him 2-0 also. We went into time, but I still 2-0'd him. So yeah, that's what ended up happening. The deck itself against Mermails has like one of the best matchups, I feel. I mean, you drop Window and they have to scoop pretty much because they can't stopping their special summons. And as long as you play certain cards right, you're fine. You just have to know when to play it on what cards. So that's how that works there. Gear Gaia matchup, I mean, it was pretty tough. It was, like I said, I went into game 3, but it wasn't that easy to beat him, and it's Gear Guys against it. It's not that easy because they're mostly just they use their own monsters to keep recycling, and then they have a lot of spell and trap, which this deck can't really counter as fast. But it's not that bad. It was actually a pretty good matchup, but I ended up losing out of it. And then the Blackwing player, I 2-0'd him. I mean, he wasn't that bad. He was actually a really good Blackwing player, but I just had more advantage than him. So yeah, that's the basis. So let me start with the deck. I'm going to explain a lot of cards, so if this video is too long for you, I'm sorry. 3 Cephalon, it's my boss monster of the deck. More than less that you just drop him late game, and they ended up most people end up scooping because, I mean, it's like Obelisk. It's a 4,000 beat stick. You can't get over it. And then if you have a construct, you can just special them back, and it's just too good. I mean, when you have an open board and you're about to go game, they have nothing. You just swing in for $4,000, and it's like, are you kidding me? Like, I've done that. I faced a Mermail player game 2. Right as I was going into time when I won, I just Black Rosed, nuked his whole field, and then I dropped him and he had a scoop. Triple Falco. Some people play 2. You have to play 3, to me, in my honest opinion. I run more of a stun version of this deck. You'll notice that, but the reason I say you at least have to play like 3 is because the full effect is automatically too good. The effect to special summon is too good. And then it just combos off so great, and you can use it with synchros, and it's just too good. And then Triple Beast, he's your draw of the deck. He's your just plus card every time. Setting him is just wonderful too. I love doing that, just setting him and then drawing 2, especially when you have like a terrible hand. But yeah, Beast is just too good. I don't see why you wouldn't play him at 3. Dragon, I play him at 2. Sometimes I've thought about taking him at 3 just because of the fact that he pops the back rows, but then when you draw him too much and you don't have a shaddoll fusion, it's kind of dead. But besides that, he's not bad. I mean, 2 is pretty good because you can still recycle him. And I've already done that with Soul Charge plenty of times. And then Triple Hedgehog, he's your searcher of the deck. You know, flip, search for your shaddoll. And then flip, search for your shaddoll fusion, and then discarded to the graveyard, or sent to the graveyard. Search for your shaddoll monster. So, I mean, he's just too good. And then I tech 1 Squamata. The reason why I end up teching only one is because my deck's not a speed version of the deck. It's more of a consistent, like, relaxed base. Like, because a lot of the problems with shaddolls is if they don't open up with the fusion and they don't have any combos in their hands, they end up losing to not having enough things to rely on. So I run other cards like hands that actually make me rely on them a lot better, like Cephalon, that can help me win. And usually when I need to pitch, I'll just pitch him with another card just so I can get the Cephalon faster. And then I run Triple Curry Bandit just because he's just too good. I mean, first turn, drop him with a set back row is too good. If you nil a Falco and at least another shaddoll, it's even better because then you just get the other shaddoll effect. If it's not like Dragon or really, if it's just not like Dragon, because Dragon will pop back rows first turn, you're not going to pop any back rows. But it's just too good, especially if you hit like Beast, because then it's just like draw a card, set Falco, Falco dies, set Beast, draw 2 cards, and it's just instant, constant pluses. And he adds 1 spell or trap, and because I only run like 7 spells and 7 traps, you really only usually hit 1 or 2, and sometimes you hit all of them, but, you know, that's just bad plays. 2 Tragodia, he's too situational, he's too good to not run, he's too situational, you can just take their level 4s with Dragon and then go into it, or it's not even that problem, or using it with Falco and go into different synchros if needed. 2 Ice Hand and 2 Fire Hand. I tech these. Some people I know side these, but I tech them just because they're so good, especially when you open up dead. You just let these guys stall out. It speeds through your deck a little bit because of the fact of their effects. And then because I don't run MST, the ice hands, no one expects it. So it's really good if I just set an ice hand, pop their back row, and then I summon a fire hand and they have another monster, then pop their monster, set another ice hand. I've just gone through 2 cards of the decks and made them go -2, and I ended up positing 2 because of it. So it's just too good to not run. I even side the thirds in case I'm going up against a deck that runs too many back row. And then for my light cards for Construct, besides the Cephalons, is 2 Rainbow Karibo, 180 Changer. You don't want to play more than 180 Changer because sometimes it's just too dead. And 2 Rainbow Karibo is just perfect. You don't want 3 Rainbow Karibo, it's not that great. 80 Changer, the reason why it's really good to run him is because you can just combo it so well. Like, if your opponent, it all really depends. Like, if you have a set Squamata and they just destroy it with Dark Hole or something, and then you activate the effect and pitch Falco or something, and something doesn't happen, you could flip Falco the next turn. Or if you just have it set, flip Falco, set like a beast, 80 Changer Beast, flip Beast, draw 2, discard 1, and then sink into Arcanite or Black Rose, nuke the field. If you Arcanite hits some back rows, they only have a couple. Black Rose, nuke the field, and then just shaddoll fusion with your hand, summon a nice shaddoll monster like a Winda, and then they have to, like, you stopped all their plays, and now you have a monster where they don't get special once. It's kind of like almost game right there. Not many people can come back from that. So that's the monsters. For the spells, like I said, it's pretty basic on my spells. Triple shaddoll fusion. I mean, if you're not running 3, why are you running this deck? It's the whole point of the deck. I run 1 soul charge. I do tech another one on the side just because it's situational plays, but 1 is perfect. I mean, you're really not going to go special summoning too much. If you need to special summon your fusions, you just use, well, with Construct I have Cephalon, or if not, you can use Falcon if you need to, so if not, it doesn't really matter. And then just 2 staples is Dark Hole, Book of Moon. I figured Dark Hole because of the fact that, just Dark Hole, and Book of Moon just because of the fact that all my monsters are flip effects, so if I need it, I can get it. For the traps, I mean, I just run some basic ones, like Solemn Warning. I run 1 Shadow. I know everybody's like, oh, if you're not playing 3 Shadow, you're not playing the deck right. I mean, I just went 4-1 without it, so I don't want to hear it. I faced pretty hard matchups. The only reason why I only run the 1 is just for that, like, set MST play, because no one expects it. And if you have, like, a set Falco and they're ending, you could play it, pitch the dragon, hit the monster, hit the back row, flip the Falco, flip it, and then special the dragon face down, and the next turn, return, like, their back row, and then special Sink and Goyo and attack over their monster if they set a monster. So it's kind of like situational plays, but really I only tech 1 because sometimes it's even dead when I draw it, and it's just terrible. I tech 1 core just because of the recycling play. I mean, you pretty much have to tech the core just because you can keep recycling it with fusion so much, and it's just an instant target every time if your opponent's not exceed summoning, so it's really good. Like if you're facing Lightsworns. And then 2 Fiendish Chain just because negates. I mean, some people play Breakthrough Skill, don't get me wrong. With Curry Bandit, it's not a bad card to play. But I prefer Fiendish Chain just because it's still on the board. And I'd rather not nil it just because I'd rather have the Fiendish Chain on the board. So if they're like Mermills and they're trying to go Abyss Megalo, or not really Abyss Megalo, yeah, Abyss Megalo, just to keep doing it. Or they try to Marksman to target my Fiendish Chain it, and then it doesn't die. And then Torrential, and then Blackhorn, just because I don't have room, so I only run 1 Blackhorn. For the side deck, I'll show you. I run 2 Effect Veiler, standard. Ice Hand and Fire Hand, just a third of 1 of each. And I tech 1 Birdman, just in case I really need it, like for extra synchros, I guess. 2nd Soul Charge, in case I'm not running, my deck's not running too well. 2 Super Poly, I mean, simple enough, just their running lights are dark, Super Poly. I mean, that's just the best thing to do. Triple MST, just so you can blow up the back row. D-Fissure, so you can just stop all their plays. I mean, most people when they see D-Fissure, they're like, why would you run that in Shaddolls? Shaddoll Fusion still goes off with D-Fissure, and then if you drop a window with D-Fissure, it's kind of hard for them to combo off. Plus, you can just play around it if you need to, because most of your stuff's in the grave by the time you drop this, and if you need to, you can just destroy it yourself. And then I tech a Bottomless and 2 Royal Decree. Bottomless is situational plays, depending what they have in the field, and the Royal Decrees is simple enough to just because I always end up siding Royal Decrees like game 2, just because of the fact that everybody always drops Shadow Imprisoning Mirror on you, so you pretty much need the Royal Decrees or else you're going to lose. And that's actually how I beat the Mermail player. He tried Shadow Imprisoning. I played Shaddoll Fusion, I discarded 2 for Winda, tried to activate their effects, and he's like Shadow, and I'm like Royal Decree, and then he pretty much just, I won it from there. The extra deck, 2 Construct, I don't like more than 2, it's perfect. 2 window. I don't like more than 2. It's perfect. If I need to recycle, I'll recycle. Black Rose, Arcanite, Goyo, and Cataster. Pretty much one of each. I mean, well, there's 2 7s, a 5, and a 6. I mean, I had chances to go into 8, but it's not that easy. And I can go into 5s with Falco and Hedgehog. And then the 6th one is just in case I really need to get over something with Goyo. And the 7s is what I really go into the most. For the Exceed portion, Castell, Emerald, Blackship, Cowboy, Dweller, and that's the 4s. It's pretty much standard on all of these. I know I don't have the 101, but it's whatever. I'm not spending $40. That probably will get reprinted soon. Castell I only got because I pulled out of a pack, and that's just a really good card to not run. Emerald Recycle, and you pretty much need Dweller. I mean, I used it against a remote player, and I dropped him with Ice Hand on it, and I get the 500 boost. I run 1 Grinder, just because Grinder is, you can do it with 2 Nephilims, 2 Constructs, sorry, that was the OCG game. You can do it with 2 Constructs, and I actually did this against a Marmel player, because with Cephalon you can special him back, and then I dropped it on his Exceeds, and ended up winning because of it. And then I run 1 Gustav Max because of the Cephalon play. That's the deck. If you have any questions, comment, rate, subscribe. Peace.